The Mixed Mornings and More podcast with Steph and Shawn.
Now available daily.
Good morning, world.
Good morning and happy Monday. It is June 27th. We're sitting at 5:32 right now.
And another busy weekend in Fort Mac. Did you take part in anything?
Yeah, I took part in my very first Rib Fest.
Ooh,
ever.
good
I don't think I've
choice.
ever been to a Rib Fest anywhere.
Wow.
Yeah, because they travel like coast to coast, these people.
They absolutely do. Multiple times I've been like in a different community for a wedding or something and then been like, oh, Rib Fest is happening this weekend. All right, that's what we're doing tomorrow.
Yeah, I have the oddest complaint about Rib Fest.
Uh-oh.
There was too much meat on the ribs. Right? But hear me out here. It's because the ratio was off. And what I mean by the ratio was the sauce to meat ratio. And so I found the sauce was absolutely incredible. I just needed more of it. But I couldn't get more of it because the rib was so darn thick.
That's like an impressive complaint, though. Like, I mean, if there was going to be any complaint in the world, the fact that you got more meat than you hoped for is pretty amazing.
And I gained like 5 pounds from it.
Shoot.
Hockey season's over, Steph. What are you going to do now with all of your free time?
I don't know. I guess I'll have to find a new hobby other than sitting on my bed and watching hockey.
Yeah, Colorado Avalanche. They won the Stanley Cup last night. They won it in 6 games. They beat the Tampa Bay Lightning. Very entertaining game last night. It was only 2-1. But the Avalanche, they came back. They were down 1-0, and they won the darn thing.
Well, a big congrats to them. I guess most of the people on my socials are not hockey fans because this is news to me. You're telling me.
Yeah? All right. Mine was just filled with it. Everything was just hockey related. One of the best things is just seeing the emotion from the players when they win the Stanley Cup, because you work like 7 months working towards this. It's like summertime right now and they're still playing hockey, and then for them to go through everything and then just to see these grown men with these giant beards crying and stuff. It's like, yeah, that's the good stuff right there.
And then it was Tampa crying as well, just in a different way, or
They don't really give the losers too much media attention.
probably wise.
Just the odd time here at like the after game press conference, you might see them here or there. But yeah, they're definitely crushed because you make it just as far as the winners, but then you don't win.
Would you rather be in second place or not in the playoffs at all?
Ooh, yeah, that's tough. Yeah, definitely second place, lose the cup kind of thing. Because then you get to go through that journey with all the boys and whatnot, but tough. It's definitely tough.
Yeah. Well, big congrats to Colorado. Go Avs, go.
And go baseball now. Go Blue Jays.
That's what you're gonna do now, I guess. Well, Shawn, you're not the only person who's seen a bear these days.
Ooh, you finally get to see one?
I saw a little bear last night. He was ripping apart some garbage at the Brick in Gregoire.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he was having a little feast there. At least he was looking for a feast.
Oh, hope the guy's all right.
He was pretty skinny, and he ripped apart a pillow. Like, there was quite a few feathers happening, and he ripped apart some cardboard, but I don't think he found anything delicious.
Yeah, were you walking around at the time, or were you?
Thankfully, no. I was just in my car, just happily admiring from afar.
Yeah.
But then another car drove by and scared him, and so he decided to go on a little bit more of a walk in search of food, and he walked in front of the Radisson Hotel.
Oh, boy. Uh-oh.
And they must have known that there was a bear in the area because their automatic doors were turned off.
Oh, yeah.
But I have a video of this little bear stopping in front of the automatic doors and just staring in at the front desk.
A hotel is terrifying. There could be so many people walking around unknowingly.
Imagine? Like, they could make a movie out of that. I actually have seen a movie about a tiger in a hotel.
Oh,
just switch out the animal. Either way, it would both be awful if you just walked out of your room and you're like, oh my gosh, a bear.
Yeah. Did wildlife come by at all, or did you get out of there, or what
we ended up just leaving, but it was interesting because I think that there was a fence completely around this hotel to keep bears out.
Oh.
But then this poor bear was like trying to find a way
True.
out of the fence, and he just was stuck. Like, he was like, I guess we can't go that way. I walk behind this car. It was still stuck. There's
what do you
no
do when the
exit.
bear gets inside the fence that keeps him out? Now you're keeping the bear in?
Yeah, I know. And like, do you scare them? Well, where are you going to scare them to? There's nowhere for it to go. It's just stuck in the fence. Poor little guy.
Hopefully back in nature now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll post a video. You can see how cute he is, though. My husband and I are regular kayakers, and they're often just kind of hanging out in the back of our truck, and then they go for a ride to the lake and come back. And last night we were loading up a canoe onto our truck.
Oh, yeah?
And our neighbor came over to chat with us about it. He's like, "What are you doing with this thing?" We're like, "Oh, we're going for a paddle." And
What do you mean, what are you doing with this thing?
well, he just wanted to warn us.
Oh.
He had some relationship advice. He was like, "You usually go solo kayaking where you can choose where to go.
Oh, yeah.
You can really test a relationship when you're canoeing."
So was that your and your husband's like first time canoeing together?
Yes.
Oh, it was?
It really was. I mean, we've tandem kayaked together and it hasn't gone well. So he definitely had some truth to his ideas.
Uh-oh.
Yesterday's canoe was very calm. We were fine. We did not fight. A couple times my husband was like, "Hey, you have to tell me if you're going to stop paddling. Otherwise, I'm going to turn us in a circle." I'm like, "Oh, sorry, my leg was itchy." Sorry, I just wanted a picture of this beaver.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, because he's probably in front, so you can make up any excuse you want in the back.
Exactly. I can do whatever I want back here, and you won't know. But then our neighbor was like, "You should also avoid hanging wallpaper together."
Oh, he's just going on life advice here.
Yeah, and he said also driving, when somebody has to be the navigator, he was just like, they give you those GPSs that stay on the windshield for a reason so that the
One
other
person
people-
can do it all.
Yeah, so they don't have to rely on you to remember to give the directions. So he had some great advice.
All right. Was he married?
I don't think so. I
Ooh,
think
questionable advice then.
he did tell us that he went on a giant canoe with his ex, so I feel like perhaps
He's been through it all.
Been through the experience.
He's like, these are the things that have ended my past relationships.
Don't hang wallpaper, don't drive together, and definitely don't canoe.
There we go. Tasks that will test your relationship. 780-791-1037. You can text or call. We had a couple texts coming in. A lot of them, I don't know if we should be concerned or not, is to do with kids.
You know what? I think they add an extra layer of like, if a child is yelling and then you're already frustrated, I think it makes it harder.
Yeah, definitely. Like, it's either having kids, bringing a newborn home, your first one, driving with kids, and flying with kids have all been mentioned here over on our Facebook page.
All right.
Testing your relationship, being in love and having a kid. Okay, great to know.
Well, Jen said driving. She didn't say with kids, but she said driving with her husband.
Oh, yes.
Said he has an incredible sense of direction, but not so great at communicating. And she said she can think of a specific time when she had to make a quick choice asking left or right, and he responded south.
See, there we go. North, south, east, west. That's how you got to go. See, I totally understand where the husband's coming from.
Oh my goodness. And other ones like putting together furniture.
Oh, yeah, that can be a little troublesome when they like hand you like a screw or something and you're like, "No, I need a different one," and they're like, "That's the only one," and then nothing good happens after that.
Totally. The IKEA furniture comes with one Allen key. It should be the tool for absolutely everything, but somehow you always need a little something different, or you wish there were just a few words in that picture instruction manual. Have I been there? Yes.
I did something over the weekend that I know I am bad at, but I tried it anyway to see if I could conquer it.
Okay, what was that?
Watching a long film.
Jeepers,
without falling
Shawn.
asleep.
I was going to commend you for being brave and I don't know, trying out scootering for the first time or something. But instead, it was watching a lot. All right.
It was Dune. Dune is on Crave right now. I have Crave at my place, bless. And it's 2 hours and I want to say like 40 minutes long.
That's a while.
And it's a good bit. And I'm just so sleepy all the time. I should maybe go see a doctor. And so I tried to watch this film Friday night, turn it on. I made it 20 minutes in.
Okay.
And someone told me after the fact that it does start slow, so I have that going in my favor.
Okay.
And so I stopped it, and then I was like, you know what? Saturday I have a busy day, but when I get home, I'm gonna try and watch some more. And then so after I got home, it was nighttime, 10 o'clock. And I threw on. I made it 10 minutes.
Whoa!
So now 2 tries. I'm half hour into the movie,
and it's still not captivating you. You're asleep.
Yeah, and then so Sunday I tried to watch it.
You're kidding.
And I made it about, I want to say like again 10 minutes, and then but I was sleepy Sunday.
Yeah,
so,
but To me, it seems like this movie just really isn't doing it for you. Like
It won a lot of awards for like best sound and film editing and visual effects and cinematography. And
how about an award for best story, best script?
No, it didn't.
No.
It was nominated for those. But it
Okay.
didn't win. So
Well, it seems like you have evidence as to why.
yeah, and and I wonder if I had to like read a book before watching this too. I feel like, or maybe this might be me sleepy, but I feel like there was a lot of things happening at the start that I really needed to pay attention to.
Oh.
And I was like, wait, should I already know about this? Should I have watched like a pre-film? Should I have watched another 2-hour film before this so I could like, understand? I'm going to give it, maybe I should just start from the start. Because it's only a half hour.
It sounds like you're just like, maybe at the beginning of my nap this afternoon, I should put on this film that makes me fall asleep because I don't have time to waste. I need to fall asleep right away.
That's a good point. This could be my sleeping film. If I need to fall asleep really quick, I could just throw Dune on.
Do it, Shawn. Do it. Sometimes I think food companies are just doing the shock value to try and get in the headlines, or maybe they're throwing something against the wall and hoping it sticks. Mm-hmm. But maybe you'll like this idea.
Okay.
French's, ketchup, popsicles.
Oh yeah, I've seen that floating around. I think that has to be the viral part of it, where it's just like, what is something ridiculous we can come up with? It's easy to make, it's easy to put together, it's not going to cost a bunch like production wise, and then maybe we'll go viral for it.
Yeah, and they definitely have. I mean, I've seen quite a few people using their recipe. So there are only select pop-up locations to celebrate the first week of summer. We're getting these Frenchsicles.
Yeah.
But then you could also make them. And I've seen a lot of people being like, well, I figured I'd give it a try.
Yeah. That's the part I don't get. I've also seen some posts going around of like people I know trying these. I'm like, why would you venture down that road?
Yeah, and to me, like if a popsicle is going to melt, like a lot of a popsicle is water, and the worst part about ketchup is if you forget to shake it and then that water comes out and like soaks your fries and tries to slide across your plate. I'm just like, and that's probably what this popsicle would be like the watery ketchup at the beginning. I'm like, no thank you.
I guess everyone who likes like clam and just tomato juice and all that maybe could dig this a little bit.
Maybe it's like a Caesar popsicle.
Yeah, so maybe if like people did like a Caesar popsicle, they could get down with that, sprinkle some salt on it while you eat it.
Add some vodka.
Yeah, to the popsicle. That's the only way I could see people getting down with it.
Want more of today's show?
Download the Mixed Mornings and More podcast.
Now available every weekday.